due to a heavy turbulence on Chinese stock market recently, there's a lot of speculation whether or not China might be leading the world into a new financial recession. And the question, I guess, is if China is dragging the world down. So is there any truth into the statement?
China economic growth is about 6.8%, for example. And now the Chinese GDP is roughly is about $1 trillion US. So if we do a single calculation, we can see that China economy still, contribute to world economic growth by $600 billion US per year. So that's still a large number. And also when we see the economic growth, the contribution by US economy, which was about $400 billion US. So when we compare the two data, we can see China is still largest contributor to the economic growth in last year and also in the past.
But is it contributing to on a smaller scale than before?
4 or 5 years ago, at that time, Chinese economy contributed to roughly 50% of world economy. So, but that's the changing. We shouldn't always expect China to contribute world economy by 50%. That's not sustainable. That's not healthy. So even 30%, I think that's a large contribution to the world economy.
So this statement that China is dragging the world down, it's completely false.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And
yeah, so it's not correct.
So yeah. Why is the world worrying so much about China?
In 2008, the world economy was facing a bigger, difficulty. Basically, the world economy was in crisis. At that time, Chinese economy grew, very, fast, largely due to the expansionary policy, implemented by Chinese government, namely so-called 4 trillion stimulus, policy. Many, the Western countries or outside the world, they think, they are still expecting Chinese government to conduct, very huge, stimulus policy in order to, boost the Chinese economy. But that's not, to my understanding, that's not going to happen again, because again, China is going to reform the policy, reform their economy in a more certain way. We also want to make sure Chinese economy is going to grow in a more balanced, more healthy way. So short-term stimulus is good, but it's bad for the long run.